So the Seattle Seahawks are hiring Klint Kubiak as their new offensive coordinator. Previously, it was Ryan Grubb. I feel like if you were to ask any Seahawks fan, they're definitely happy to see Grubb go. Kubiak and the Saints started off really good at the beginning of the 2024 season. Some talking heads compared them to the 2000 Rams, but the wheels quickly came off and it was a pretty fluky start in my opinion. Now, I don't know if this is the best hire for the Seahawks. We'll have to find out. I feel like Kubiak, Schottenheimer, the Nepo babies are definitely trending in the NFL right now. Previously, he was the Vikings offensive coordinator with the Vikings in 2021. So I don't know, man. Not really an inspiring hire in my opinion. It would have been cool to see the Seahawks maybe get a guy like Chip Kelly or Doug Peterson perhaps. I feel like those two hires would have been significantly better than Kubiak. I'm not into team buildings. I don't know Mike McDonald personally, so I don't know why he chose Kubiak over those two guys, but at this point, I guess you have to trust him. He had a pretty good first year as the Seahawks head coach. Unfortunately, they just missed out on the playoffs, despite finishing with a positive win record. And I really think this is an important offseason for the Seattle Seahawks once again. Last year, they tried to address the quarterback position with Sam Howell. And you know what? The limited amount of time that Sam Howell did get in as the QB1 for the Seahawks this past year, it was pretty ugly. I'm not going to lie, especially that Packers game. But that was definitely a tough spot to put him in. Primetime game against a playoff team in the Packers. Still, he definitely did not look impressive at all. Honestly, if I'm Kubiak, if I'm McDonald, I would maybe really try to hold a mini quarterback competition. I'm not saying, completely make it a full-on QB competition for this upcoming training camp, but you really want to empty the clip with Sam Howell. You really want to see what this guy has to offer you because, come on, man. Let's face it, Geno Smith is just not that guy. Yes, he had an amazing year post-Russell Wilson era. That 2022 season was an outlier year, and he balled out. But this past year, man, he threw 15 interceptions, and that was the most since his rookie year. So I don't know, man. There's just not a lot of ceiling for this dude to be successful. And I feel like for the Seahawks to run it back with Geno Smith again, I don't know if that's a playoff team, and this roster is pretty loaded, man. So there's no excuse to not make the playoffs. It's just that quarterback position is extremely lacking. That's why you have to see what you truly have with Sam Howell. Give him some solid reps with the ones in July and August. See what you got. See if there's improvement. See if there's a different flow with the offense from Howell to Geno Smith. That's what I would do. Let me know if you agree with me. Are there any Seahawks fans that still love Geno Smith? Or are you guys completely sick and tired of him? Let me know in the comments. But even if Geno and Sam Howell are on the roster in July for the Seahawks, I still feel like they need to address the quarterback position even more, whether that's in the draft or in free agency. I've floated this idea in a previous video of mine, and that's Aaron Rodgers to the Seattle Seahawks. I think that's a decent idea. Aaron showed he can still play. He put up decent stats in the 2024 season. Sure, he's not in his prime anymore at all, but Aaron Rodgers is a significant upgrade over Geno Smith. And he would be on a loaded offense. Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker, DK, Tyler Lockett, JSN. It's a pretty good offense, man. And to insert Aaron Rodgers there with that good defense, I think you have a playoff team for sure. And I feel like it would be a good way for Aaron Rodgers to maybe go out somewhat on top. Not saying they would be a Super Bowl contending team, but I feel like they would definitely be in the playoff mix. Absolutely. And even if you look at the landscape of the NFC West right now, like the Cardinals, that's a question mark. There's a lot of talk of Kyler potentially being on the trade market. I'd be kind of surprised if that happened at this point, but we'll have to see how things transpire. Kind of a question mark in Arizona. San Francisco, that whole thing is just a mess. We'll see if Brock Purdy gets paid. We'll see if Brock Purdy can do anything in the 2025 season. But I wouldn't put any money on that team to be super successful in the 2025 season. And then you have the LA Rams. Yeah, Sean McVay is great. Yeah, Puka. But Cooper Kupp is probably on his way out. Matt Stafford is undecided on his playing future. So, again, another team that has a giant question mark. So, the NFC West, it's up for grabs, man. Very competitive division from 2024. I expect it to be very competitive in 2025 as well. And the Seahawks have a really, really good roster. And if they could get a solid quarterback to be their QB1, there's no excuse to not make the playoffs and to win the NFC West. That's just how I see it personally. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. Who do you think should win the NFC West? Other potential quarterback free agents, Justin Fields, maybe Sam Darnold. I wouldn't mind inserting Justin Fields on the Seattle Seahawks. I think that would be a lot of fun too, to add a mobile quarterback to that offense. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And again, I think Justin Fields is a slight upgrade over Geno Smith at this point. And it would be a lot more entertaining as well. But that's just me. Sam Darnold, I'd be curious to see if the Seahawks would be interested in him. I don't really like this move that much, just because the Niners are very familiar with Sam Darnold, and because I think Sam Darnold suits better in an indoor environment like Minnesota. Home games in Seattle can definitely be affected by the weather quite often. But then again, you're on the road in San Francisco, nice weather. You're in LA, dome, Arizona, dome. So I guess you could kind of make the argument of it maybe working. But if there's any Seahawks fans watching this vid right now, let me know what you would do with the quarterback position in this offseason. Do you like Sam Darnold? Do you like Justin Fields, Aaron Rodgers, someone in the draft? Let me know in the comments below. And what do you think about the hire of Kubiak as your new OC? So yeah, man, if you made this far, please subscribe and like the vid. It'd help out your boy a ton. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
Jim, here in the fourth quarter, when you're down, what you want to do is just keep that football moving. That time it's a short throw. He gets a completion. Good job.
Second down and 5. And it's just thrown away. Now looking at third down. From the gun. Has his target. Gains 11.
The Jets, good job that time moving the chains, picking up that first down. And Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the second half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another first down, and that'll serve your team well.
To Cumberland. Touchdown, Jets. The Jets lined up. Everybody split out wide. They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. The catch is made by Decker. Decker's met after a gain of 3. That little throw was good for only 3, so it's now 2nd down and 7. The Jets come out and a bunch set. Snapping out of the gun. Brings it into his body. That's a gain of 8. That's another reception, giving him 2.
The Jets did a good job that time picking up the first down. Let's look at the situation. You're behind the second half. You keep looking to pick up those first downs, and you get enough of them. What does it do? Pretty simple. It leads to a score.
Dives down, and that'll end the play.
Good job that time by the quarterback sliding. The team, you are valuable to them throwing the football, not running. Slide before you take that hit.
The Cowboys with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. 1st and 10.
2 hands on the football. It has